Welcome students. Today we are going to start our next topic, modifications of the stem, about its general characteristics, and in this topic all of the things we will cover one by one. So in the previous class we was discussed the things about the roots, and today we are discussing about stem. So first of all, what is a stem? This question is very normal and you have studied in the lower classes also. Basically, stem is a part of the plant which grows above the soil. Okay, and it is a negative geotrophic. Negative geotrophic means away from the gravity. And positive phototropic means it grows towards the light. All right. And one more important point, the root always grows from the radical and epicotyle of the plant, and opposite to it, stem grows from the plumule and hypocotyle of the plant. I'm repeating again. You can remember by this way: alpha root, alpha radical means that root grows from the radical, and opposite to it is a plumule. From the plumule, growth of the stem takes place. All right. Then opposite to it, there are more terms also. Hypocotyle, one is a epicotyle. Hypo means low, lower part. It means root grows on the lower side of the soil, means that hypocotyle also helps in the growth of the root. And on the other side, epicotyle. Epi means above, from the above side, means that from the above side of the soil, growth of the stem takes place, means that epicotyle helps in the growth of the stem. And on the stem, number of nodes and internodes are present. This term also you have studied already. The point from where growth of the root leaf takes place, that is known as a node, and the difference between two nodes, from one node to node, that is known as the internode. And these nodes and internodes are present on the stem. These are its general characteristics. And from the nodes, growth of the leaves takes place on the stem. And buds and branches are also present. These buds may be terminal or axillary. Terminal or axillary means which are present at the apex. All right. And apart from this, all of the things like leaves, flowers, fruits, these are present on the stem, and these helps in the transportation of food, water and minerals by the help of xylem and phloem, transporting or conducting tissues. And so students, it was just general characteristics about stem. And now in some case of plants, stems are modified, as I told to you earlier also. Modification for what? If already stem is present, then why there is a need of the modification? Because therefore, in the case of some plants, for the storage, to perform the function of photosynthesis, for the support and protection, and for the vegetative propagation, which is a method of asexual reproduction in case of plants. So for all of these things, there is a need of stem modification. Okay, there is a just general example shown. It is a stem modified into a spine. Spine means thorn like structure, you can see here also. And here stem is modified into tendril, which helps in the for the climbing on the walls for the sport. So there are further just general modifications of the stem. All of these things we will discuss one by one. First one are subaerial modification. Subaerial means which are below the part, which are not in the air. Alright, so these are known as subaerial modification. First one modification, in that modification is a runner. Runner means to run. For example, if we will run, then we will run on the soil, on the earth. Same way, that stem grows and spreads on the surface of the soil. So from that there is a given name to this runner, means that runs on the soil, spreads on the soil, and it is a lower sidewise, and its leaves arises from the node. And its example is Cynodon dactylon. It is the name of a plant. It was runner. You can see here also runner of grass also, and runner of Centella astactica plant. These are the runner. This one, these are the roots Okay, and between the roots, these are the runner which are connecting to the roots, and these are lying along the soil. Same here, these are the runner, this one. Okay, from root to root, this from root to root, again it is a runner. All right students, so these basically spread on the soil, like we run on the earth, we run on the soil. Further is same way runner spread on the soil. Then is the stolon. These are almost students similar to runner. Okay, only difference is that in this branches are small and grows in all directions. In case of runner, you can see it grows only in one direction. You can see here. Okay, it grows only in one direction, this one. But in case of stolon, these grows in all directions. On above side also they can grow, on the low side they also can grow. And the runner only grows above the soil, on the above side. Okay, but the stolon they can grow above also and on the low side also. So means that its branches are small and can grow in all directions. For example, in case of strawberry plant, and its scientific name is the Frageria. Sorry, its English name is the Frageria strawberry. So then is the sucker. After runner, stolon, then is the sucker. So you should know what is the main difference between runner, sucker and stolon. This question is very important. Sucker, it is the main stem. What are sucker? It is the main stem grows in the soil. Okay, it is the main stem. You can see here in the structure, main stem is growing inside the soil. Okay, this green one. And from the main stem further, from the nodes, branches are arising. In case of sucker, first of all, main stem grows inside the soil, and from the main branch, further next branches are growing. This one. All of these are branches which are growing from the main stem from the different nodes. This is a node. This is a node. These are arising from the same node. This is the next node. Alright. So it was a sucker, and its example is a chrysanthemum. Then is the mint plant, pudina. Alright. There are also main stem growing inside the. This is the main stem. Here is shown very clearly, but here is not shown. Okay, but it is also example of sucker. Here these here from here also these points are arising from the main stem. So it was a sucker. Then further is the offset. These are generally modifications in the case of aquatic plants which grows in the water. Okay, which have a very fragile stem. Fragile means very weak stem. You can see here in this example also. Yes, fragile, very weak. Okay, very you can say fluffy like structure. In case of Ischornia, when you visit or when you go along the roadside, and mostly you have seen in the pond area, which are mostly in the village, and those area one green plant is a present, to whom we call it generally booty. Okay, it's not booty, it's a Ischornia. And in case of plant, in this case plant, its stems are very weak. You can see here these are the swollen. No doubt these are swollen, but these are weak. Okay, and for the protection of those, there are offset present. You can see here these are the offset. Okay, same here in case of pistia, its leaves are swollen. Okay, and therefore along the roots, its stem is modified into offset for giving protection. Here also stem modified for the protection in the form of offset. So its example generally you can remember Ischornia, which grows in the pond area, mostly in the village area. So students, all of these were modifications of the subaerial modifications, alright, which are on the soil or below the soil. Next part is the underground modification, means that from the lower part, which the stems are present in the modified form in the lower part under the soil. So first of all is for the tuber. I hope all of you have shown its structure. It is an example of potato. In the potato, green bud-like structures are present. These are known as eye. All right, and these are the germinating eye bud. From if the eye bud is present on the tuber, we can further use this for the next germination or for the production of next plants as a vegetative propagation. So tubers, these are basically in the soil and swollen, and eyes are found on them as we have shown in this. Sorry student, wait for a second. Yes, as we have shown in this diagram also, and these are generally axillary bud. Axillary means which are present at the apex and can be seen with the naked eyes, and there are scaly leaves are also present. These you can see, these are the around the eye bud, these are the scaly leaves. This one, okay, same here, this one, these are the scaly leaves. Then next is rhizome. Again, it is an underground horizontal stem. Small nodes and internodes are present, and nodes are covered by the scaly leaves. Example, ginger. It is almost, students, same as a tuber. Okay. Only difference is that in case of tuber only scaly leaves and eye was present. Here is a nodes and internodes also present. In case of ginger, you can see here on the above part of the ginger, small structures are ring-like structures are present. What are those? Those are nodes and internodes. Then is the comb. Again, it is a modification which is underground the stem, but is a vertical. Ginger was rhizome, it was horizontal. Ginger is a present horizontally inside the soil, but it is a vertical modification. Okay, you can see here also, here is written comb modified stem. It is a full comb. Okay, and it is a stem. From the stem further leaves are or buds are arising. All right, and it is the stem which is modified into a comb for the storage of the food. For example, is colocasia. It is a name of a plant, and in that it is the comb modification. Then is a bulb in case of onion plant. Bulb means which has a just bulb-like structure, and there is a one outer layer present that is known as a tunic. It is surrounded by the so many number of fleshy or scaly leaves, alright, which arises from the base. Its example is tunic. There are basically, students, two types of tunic. One is a simple, second is a compound. Okay, and in case of a onion, there is a simple tunic present. Sorry, simple tunic. Simple means you can see here also in the structure, all of even that in reality also, all of you have seen onion, and on the onion so many number of layers are present. You can see here all of these are layers which are present on its outer side of the onion, and these are starting from the base and going up to the tips, all of the things, and all of these rings are covered by the one major outside layer that is known as a tunic, which is covering to all of the rings. All right, but on the other hand side, this example is not shown very clearly, students. Sorry, it is not visible here because of white color, but I will explain. On the other hand, in case of it was a simple tuning, and on the other hand, in case of a compound tuning, these rings are not only rises from the base and goes to the tips. All of the tips are present in the leaf-like structure and form the bubblet. I will show you this image also I will share according to the availability of time. All right, and what happened in case of compound tunicate, all of the rings are present in like the bulb like, sorry, not like the bulb or like the leaf like structure, and forms the different bubblets. So many number of bubblets are present, so that's why it is known as a compound tunicate structure. So these were the underground modifications. Subaerial are covered, underground modifications are covered, and at the last aerial modifications are there. Sorry, aerial means which are present at the air side. First one is a stem tendril. It is a very commonly students all of you have seen in so many number of plants, even that mostly in the vegetable plants there are stem tendrils are present. Okay, and all of we know tendril helps for what? For the climbing, because weak stems are weak, and for the climbing of the weak stems these helps in the protection for the climbing. Example in grapes, all of you have seen grapes. Okay, plant of a grape, and stem tendril are present in case of grapes. Then is a phylloclade. Phylloclade. Students, phylloclade is again, it is a very important term and you should remember for the competitive exam also. Phylloclade, it is a stem modified into a flat, fleshy, green leaf-like structure. Okay, means that stem is modified into a, you can see here also, it is an example of Opuntia plant. Here stem is modified into a leaf-like structure. Okay, green, flat, fleshy leaf-like structure, and all of you know what is the function of a leaf? To carry out photosynthesis. And further these leaves are modified into spines, which are the thorn-like structure. These are the spines which are present on the leaf, and these leaf are further made from the stem modification. It is the example of the Opuntia, and this example is sufficient. And yes, students, one term is not written there. That term is a cladode. It is a phylloclade, and one more term is a cladode. Cladode is also a stem modification into the leaf-like structure. Okay, only the difference is that here whole of the stem is modified into the leaves. Okay, but in case of cladode, some small stems are present, some small stem is present, and on the stem small branches are also present, and only small part of the branches and stem is basically stem is modified into a leaf. And in case of cladode also, it carries out the function of photosynthesis. The difference here I am explaining it again. Here full stem is modified into a leaf-like structure, but in case of cladode, only some part of the stem is modified into the leaf-like structure, and process in both of the cases is the same for the photosynthesis process. Then is the stem thorn. It is the last, students. Okay, stem thorn, basically three types of thorns are present here. You can see here in the structure. First one is a prickle. Prickle in the stem in which thorns are arising from the each node and internode. From all of the nodes means that prickles are present mostly all over the stem. You can see here. But in case of thorns, it is a thorn. In case of thorn, the spines are found only in the axil of the leaf, means that only at the node part. You can see here from where leaf are arising, and from the axis this is a spine is arising. Okay, in case of spines, thorns are present at the you can see here also thorns are present only at the axil of the leaf. Sorry, not on the axil of the leaf, on the stipule, means that from where flower will arise. Alright, so students, all of these were the stem modification, and next with the leaf we will carry on in the next class. Thank you so much.